The loudest meow.
Did you hear that?
Yes.
Grim. Gosh, he's like climbed up on top of my storage shelves back behind the truck.
I'm gonna finish. Yeah, you take care of him while I finish.
Yeah, be right back.
Can you see what's behind you?
Yeah, I can see him out of the corner of my eye. What'd you get? A 13. Good job.
Cat rolls better than me consistently.
Just make the cat roll for you.
Where did it go? Oh, he got a 14 that time. Orange booty.
Them haunches.
Yeah. Are we ready?
I'm ready.
All right. Last time on A Bunch of Nerds Play D&D, we went looking.
Moron.
We went looking for a hag in the woods, or something about a bush. Hag or bush, I think, was the working title of that episode. Found a moving tree instead. Came back to town, saw somebody running out to the woods on the way back, and then was like, you know what? Couldn't find a hag. Let's go to a festival. So, because Tintin had a schedule to meet. My sidekick. Oh, he's kicking me.
Yes.
Okay. I'm sorry.
I can see his eyes from here. He's wired.
Upon questioning the people at the marketplace, you discovered the guard who had seen the trees but not the hag, the butcher's boy who also saw the hag. Salazar bewitched somebody. And oh yeah, after the performance, something caught fire and the tree came to life for some reason.
Yeah.
So we are picking up after the fight has ended. The sleep spell that Tintin?
I believe so.
Question mark? Yes, Tintin cast. For some reason, I just wrote sleep spell and not who cast it, but it's Tintin, right? I was like, I'm pretty sure it's the part.
No, it was Tyrenan.
Yeah, sucker punch sleep spell.
A tree
Yeah, I don't know.
that has no lights to punch
of a
out.
sleep spell.
The sleep spell that Tintin cast calmed the tree. It is now still. And there's just like this hushed quiet over the marketplace now as everybody's just kind of like, what the fuck? Shock. Rhiannon, behind you, you hear a little scuffle. A little boy peeks out from beneath the butcher's table. His eyes just huge. His little round face just goes, that was awesome! And that's the only sound.
I feel like it would be in poor taste to pretend that this was part of the performance, given the man who died.
True.
Moment of silence.
In the shocked quiet, the not quite witting moment of silence, still lingering after the sight of the ancient oak actually coming to life and then attacking people. The oak now rested a good 15 feet from where it began, roots just buried into the partially cobbled grounds, again now pinning down sections of broken stall that person's not gonna get back out of there. Just leave the tray alone. One of the dye-covered guards, you hear the hollow thumping of boots on wood as a couple of the guards climb up onto the stage. One of the dye-covered guards from before, now with a fresh gash across his face from the tree's branches, and the halfling guard master climb up onto the platform, stand over the heads of the crowd. The latter, of course, only barely, because The platform he's standing on is only 3 feet tall. He's only 3 feet tall, and most people don't hit 6 feet. So he's like a couple of inches up there. The fact he's standing now after you saw him not clear across the market by the tree, plus his even wilder hair and beard now after the flight, sort of gives you the impression of a small dwarf that more than a halfling at the moment, as he raises his gloved hands to try to calm the crowd as he speaks. He's like, look, this is all very exciting, yes, but I think it's well past time we pack it in for the day. Everyone, don't worry, just go to your homes and your rooms, and we'll sort this. It's over. And almost as soon as he says this, you can hear complaints from younger of the townsfolk, varying from whatabouts for later performances or games. More than that, though, you hear the locals piping up in concern, angrily even. One man, Tyrenan, you hear someone near you grumbling about how the fuck are we supposed to just go home and sleep soundly after that? Is my shrubbery gonna come rob me next? Salazar, by you hear a couple of younger boys, teenagers, muttering to each other. What do you suppose did it? I don't know, this doesn't just happen. It's gotta be one of the travelers, I betcha. One of them might be a soul sold for all we know, pulling tricks. The guard just tiredly waves his arms, trying to calm everyone down. Just please, just, there'll be a curfew tonight while we work out what... And you don't hear what else he says, as people just get riled up. Those who aren't afraid, complaining about ruining the festival.
A round of applause for the brave and dedicated guards we have.
I'm fixing this. Rhiannon, if I could get a performance check from you.
Yeah.
First roll of the night. Let me pop out that video.
One day my subclass will let me use wisdom instead of charisma.
You built this. You built this city.
That is 14.
14.
With my -1 modifier.
The people who are still quiet within earshot of you, they all turn and they look. You see one old man just go like. But majority of people can't quite hear you over the sound and are still like close to the platform, are still yelling at the guard.
I'm still quietly clapping, by the way.
And at this point, the guards are trying to move in and push people, gently nudge people away from the platform and encouraging everybody to go home. Or to their inns if they're not local. A couple of guards move by you. They're like, please, just go to your house, your room, your hut. We need space to figure out just please.
Good work out there tonight. Yeah. All right.
So are we going to allow ourselves to be ushered into indoors now that it is dark and there's a curfew? What are we doing?
I don't see why not.
I'm trying. I'll just go with whatever everyone else is doing right now. I'm slightly clueless at the moment.
I would like to go and get a better look at the tree.
You're gonna examine the tree
before
real
I
quick?
go. Yeah.
Alright, how are you looking?
I want to go up to it and look and see if there's anything out of the ordinary. Like if there's any markings on it, or anything that just looks out of the ordinary for a tree.
Okay, I'm gonna ask you to roll a investigation check.
Okay.
Its bite is worse than its bark.
Alright, there you go. As you are...
Wow.
It's a new language, I just invented it. Do you like it? As you are examining the tree, it is... You get general sense that if it is still in any way awake, if it hasn't... as far as you know, if the sleep spell didn't dispel whatever was on it, it's going to be in pain in the morning because it is definitely burnt. Almost completely half of it is in some way charred, burnt, or hacked at this point, splintered off. As you are looking over it, you find along one side around the knots, there's this ring of etching that was underneath the bark before, but because of the fire damage, some of it's like fallen off. You can see in like the older layers of the wood, there's these etched carved lines that kind of look reminiscent to the hash mark language you saw in the forest.
Oi, guys, come look at this. There's some markings here under the wood that the fire exposed. Looks awful familiar, don't you think?
I
thought we were supposed to be going in for curfew.
Yeah, fuck curfew. This is more interesting. Unless you decide you want to be a rule-abiding citizen all of a sudden. I thought you didn't even live here.
Always the rule-abiding citizen.
You sounded like you wanted to have more fun earlier. Anyway, look at the markings.
So I look at the markings. A safe distance of 10 feet behind Tyrenan.
You can move up!
I go over the markings as well.
I'm still skittish of a tree.
That's fair.
Yeah. I mean, I got smacked by it, but I'm curious.
So you're
I have faith
Well, I
in my
mean,
sleep,
this
so I'll
is-
go right up to it.
Yeah.
This is great, but still can't tell what it is.
There's some sort of connection here, obviously. Just odd. And that old man just
Someone who
disappeared
knew
in
what
all of
they
this,
meant.
too.
Yeah.
Wait,
Well,
was
the
this the
tree's
tree
very
the old man was hanging out under?
Yeah, it's just the center of the
yes.
square. This tree. It's like it's this old tree that's probably been there longer than the town.
Okay.
Old Redbeard was the tree the whole time.
Never trust old people.
They know too much.
They had to do shit to get that old.
I try to I take out a piece of paper and try to copy down the markings as best I can, see if I can get it translated later maybe.
You're just
I'll probably
copying the
forget.
hashes?
Yeah, I would make a rubbing of it, but I do not want to get close to the tree to do that.
Fair enough.
Since it's a fairly simple language, if you're looking at it and hatching it, you said, how far away did you say you were?
I'll get closer if I need to. But
Just if you're staying 10 feet away,
approximately-
I have to ask you to roll, but if you move closer, then there's no reason for you not to be able to just see it and copy it, because it's fairly simple language.
Alright, yeah. It's just lines. Maybe
just
a circle
lines.
here and there.
There are no circles, however, sometimes there is an X mark. Chai, if you knock over my ring light, I swear to God, get over here.
I just mutter to myself, lots of kisses, but no hugs.
That's a reference to another game.
Yeah, XOXO. You'll have to tell Jess.
Are you gonna be good? Are you gonna be good? The answer's no, but he's gonna try.
Try not to get caught.
Just so hard.
Your boys.
Yeah.
Alright, well, I'm just gonna observe the image or the markings and try and commit them to memory as best I can.
Okay. I'm gonna make a note of that because you don't have to roll for that now, but if you might later.
Later, I'm sure.
Adds to
I'm gonna
notes.
just trust that the smarter people in the group will know more about it than I do.
Well, I don't fall into that category, so hopefully Rhiannon will have us covered. And I don't know if Salazar's really paying attention. So.
No.
That's my figure.
I'm gonna make him a tiny
He's
DM
rummaging
stream.
through the stuff people left behind.
Fair enough.
So you're just looking through a bunch of drop shit?
Yeah.
Alright, if you want, you can roll an investigation check. I'll tell you what you got. Well, everybody's rolling good today.
19.
Okay. Okay. Yep, stop it. Nope, nope, nope. Through a couple piles of discarded and honestly trashed wares, you find a fairly nice purple cloak that might have been sold for a lot of money before its owner ran screaming from the stall. And somebody left behind their cash till, and you find... That is adorable! 10 silver and 7 copper.
Hey, look
So
at
good
you.
that you can complete a thought now, huh?
I can return to a thought. Is the thing I was missing before.
Before,
The
if you
pause
got on anything else,
function is
it's just
wonderful.
gone.
It's like, Casey on stimulant still gets distracted, but I have a pause function now.
Yeah, when I first started taking stimulants, I took a weird pleasure in stopping saying something in the middle of what I was saying and going on tangents because I would actually remember what I needed to say later.
Isn't it amazing? My thoughts have footnotes. I was literally like thinking speeches to myself this morning while drinking my coffee because I was like racing thoughts before I could settle down, like every morning for me. But it would be like footnotes and then returning to an earlier thing I was thinking about. I was like, this is amazing. Coffee is great. All right.
So
10
I'll
silver,
be
7 copper.
I'll be trying to see if I can go over and air quotes help collect any of those weapons on the abandoned weapon cart. They probably need to return to their rightful owner at some point.
One moment. Rummaging. Roll a investigation for me. See what you find. One piece.
Investigation? Am I good at investigation? Yeah.
No.
Damn. Plus 5.
Nice try.
Natural 3.
You find the only thing that isn't broken or otherwise grabbed at this point from the fight is... Oh no, my dehumidifier! Lay back down, be calm. Be good. Is a small knife that is probably best used for paring.
Profit, I'll take it.
If everyone else is going through stalls, I would like to go through the clothing stall and see if I can find something that's a little less muddy.
who is looting, please roll investigation.
I try to console myself thinking, oh well, if the weapons broke from that light fight, then there's no point in buying them in the first place.
Well, the ones that weren't broken were
I got a
already
19.
taken. You got a 19.
I got 18 plus 1.
18 plus 1. All right, what were you looking for? Looking through, I mean?
I'm going through the clothing stall to find something less muddy, because presumably Tintlet's outfit's a little muddy.
All right. You don't find anything as brightly colored as what you usually wear, but you do find a comfortable wool tunic. It's like this nice kind of like natural soft brown color, and some breeches. They're a little big, but it's comfy. You know that.
Would you say it's better suited to the environment than any sort of performance clothing would be?
You can move around this area a lot faster and easier without making as much noise. or getting mud all over your performance clothes.
Nice.
Boots of not jingle kind.
Which in this part of the world would be much more expensive to replace because the dyes are more expensive here because of how far they have to trade for it.
Right.
Hey guys, remind me to never trust the blacksmith in this town.
Noted.
Still bitter about that.
If it makes you feel better, anything still in one piece was taken for the fight.
That's fair.
You can whittle now.
I can kill small tree monsters.
Small.
You can kill saplings.
You can do some gardening.
I'm good at throwing knives, I guess.
You guess. That's not up to you. Only the dice decide.
Well, in theory, I'm proficient.
Alright.
Whether it happens.
Tyr does not loot anything. Instead, he goes around and kind of helps pick up large things that were knocked over in the fight.
Okay, some of the guards...
That's what I was doing too, wink wink.
Huh?
I said, yeah, that's what I was doing too, wink wink.
Uh-huh, totally.
Some of the guards still trying to clear people out. First, they seem a little irritable that people are still around, but when they see Tyr helping, wow. When they see Tyr helping, they kind of let y'all linger for a minute because they recognize that some of them recognized you as a group, and they see him helping. They assume everybody's doing that.
Great, thanks, guys. Or rather, you're welcome.
And that's because I rolled a natural 20 for y'all.
Damn.
I was just folding these clothes. What are you talking about?
Yeah, totally.
I have a weird question. So among the injured, unconscious, and dead, I'll just put it. I'll just be direct with it. Is the guard that, and sorry Salazar, but is the guard that was charmed by Salazar conscious? I'm an agent of chaos.
Yes, you are, and because everything is moving around, I'm trying not to ask y'all to roll as much this time as I did last week, because I think I overdid it. But I am going to have to ask you to roll perception for that, because everybody's moving around at the moment. Perception. I will say that while y'all are looking around and moving and she's working out that roll, there you go. You see that while a lot of people were knocked and hurt, only one person is dead. There were 3 people unconscious who are being carried out.
You said one person dead, 3 people unconscious?
Yes. So 3 people severely injured, not quite dead.
Mostly dead.
Mostly dead. I'm not dead.
Mostly dead.
Rhiannon, as you're looking around, you see that the guard that Salazar bewitched is trying to help clean up the butcher's area.
Alright. I try to stealthily remind Salazar of that. Maybe see that guy over there.
What about him?
I motion my head like I'm pointing at it, If he sees you, it might not go well, that's all I'm saying.
Yeah, well, that usually happens with me. So, I'm not concerned.
All right. If you're not, all right.
The saddle. All right.
Never mind. Sorry for bothering you.
Okay.
Anything.
Okay. As the marketplace, people finally start letting themselves be ushered out by the guards, and it's more and more deserted. The guards, the other of the Die Twins is what we're now calling them, comes up to you, Tyr. He's like, "Well, thank you a lot for the help, but we really need everybody to go in. I'm sorry."
Right, no worries.
Example.
We'll get out of your hair.
Thank you again.
If you need anything, though, I don't mind helping. I've got some experience with some things sort of like this, but, and I'll give them my information of where I'm staying should they decide they need any muscle or whatever. And I will start heading back. I'll sort of look towards the others to see where they're going to be headed, but I don't really wait around.
Alright, what's everybody else doing as you're being shooed?
I figure since my cart that the troop is staying at is so close to the market square, I'll probably know if anything else happens, so I head back as well.
So you're heading to your troop tent?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I forgot. I'm staying in the troop tent too, I think. I thought I was in it.
I think I wrote that down somewhere.
Yeah.
And I'll head back to the inn that I'm staying at.
So Tintlet, what's the slumber party?
Huh?
What?
Rhiannon wants a slumber party.
Oh yeah,
We'll play Truth and Dare.
I make sure to save the space next to my sleeping bag for Rhiannon.
Oh. Okay, so...
I was raised in 8, right?
Say that again, you cut out for a second.
What? Nothing.
Don't tell me.
I said in a weird voice that, you know the voice. I said I was raised in A Valley.
Oh, okay. Alright, so Tintin and Rhiannon staying at the troop tent. Tyr and Salazar heading towards the inn.
Wonder if your room stayed reserved there, so.
I mean, they paid for it already. So hopefully the innkeeper
I hope so.
honors her
Paid
word.
for the last one too, didn't?
This is true.
Yes, they did. All right. Tyr and Sal, even or odd? Even or odd? I'm figuring out who's going first, even or odd.
Even.
Odd.
All right. Rolled even, so we are staying at the fairgrounds for the time being. So y'all just chilling? Just chilling in the tent?
Yeah, so we're in the tent. I guess, yeah, we all have our sleeping bags because it's a tent.
All right. As you are picking up from whatever chaos was left from people moving past and running around, you notice that there's a couple of guards that kind of seem to be lingering around the area. This isn't something that happened the last few nights you've been here. So they're just kind of like posted around everyone, and they look over at the tents and then look out around at the woods in town, but they don't. It seems like they're there to stay for the night.
Hey, Tintlet.
Can't hear what you're saying. Could you say that again?
Tintlet.
One more time, sorry.
Tintlet. Hey, do you think we should sneak out and go to the woods?
Of course we're sneaking out.
See, I went into this expecting Rhiannon to be the mature one, but instead she's just a teenage girl.
I had no childhood.
Oh. Oh.
We could stay in and play dice games. Or we can sneak out and see what's going on.
On the one hand, I'm afraid of fairies at night. On the other hand, I want to see fairies at night.
I also want to see fairies at night. Let's go.
Should we get the others first?
It's fine. They'll probably catch us if we try and go to the inn.
Cool.
So you're not going to the inn?
No.
Okay. Alright, I need stealth rolls from you both.
I'm good at this, but let's see how that works.
Well, the dice hate you, so we'll see how that looks.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I got a 9. I got 4 plus 5. Oh.
God. I have a +8, and that makes a 12.
Oh. Better than a 9.
Oh, I'm sorry. As you are sneaking out the back of the tent, you make it to about the edge of the market before, Tintlet, your clothes for now are silent. However, you, it's not because you can't see, because you do have dark vision, but it's just, you're just not used to moving around. You knock into a part like a leaning remained of stall, and it just comes, like, piece of it comes clattering down, making... It's not the loudest noise in the world, but it definitely draws eyes, because the guard standing not 10 feet away from it turns around and sees you. So... he turns and just like, hey, we're supposed to be in curfew. This is not safe.
We're just trying to find the ladies' room.
And we're staying in the campsite because we're with the troop. We just figured that we should maybe pick things up a little bit more.
Either get in a tent or go to an inn. I don't care if they make you sleep on a table. You're not going to be out here after dark.
All right, thank you.
I guess we should go to an inn. Nudge, nudge.
Yeah, we should. Yeah, I think our friends should probably see how they're doing after this.
You're going to an inn?
Yeah.
Yes,
Do I
sir.
need to escort you?
Of course. We were so frightened. We must have a valiant gentleman such as you take us to an inn. The mossy bench, actually, is the one we have in mind.
I know my strengths, so I am not trying to flirt right now.
Good job. Good job.
Ah, it would have been funny.
You're but frail performer women. Now, let's go.
I'm sensitive. Yes, I am a frail performing woman.
Good job.
God.
He comes up and ushers you forward in front of him. He's like, go ahead, I'll walk you there. It's
Right.
and ushers you through town.
Thank you for your service.
Never mind that if another tree came to life, we would all be fucked if there's just 3 of us, but that's neither here nor there.
I have confidence in running faster than Tree under normal circumstances.
That's true, I did just put 1 to sleep, so I should be confident that.
Then again, under normal circumstances, trees don't run.
They do not, but they do move 20 feet, so you can still run faster than that. That's up. That's.
Yeah. Also, by the way, yeah, we both totally have dark vision. Yeah, definitely.
Well, there's still lanterns out, so you can also see, but there's
Nope, we're both elves. You can't see this because I don't have my camera on, but I'm making a point on my ear.
Are you just sitting here going like this? Is that exactly what you were doing?
No. I was doing something more stupid than that, so yeah, let's say that's what I was doing.
I expect you to take a picture and send it to me later.
Never.
Alright, so while you are being escorted, you're going with the guard.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, I'm going with the guard.
You're going with the guard.
Yeah.
So we're going to jump to Tyr and Sal, because they're slightly ahead of you at this point.
We're a mess. God.
It's hilarious, though. Alright. So,
Alright, the two most stealthy party members. Clank, clank.
Armed to the teeth and covered in bells. You're not even covered in bells, and you still knock shit over. You're made for performance, not stealth.
Except for I had +5, so should have done better, but oh well. I'm not complaining.
It's the dice.
The dice are cruel.
Yeah.
Harsh masters.
Very.
Alright. So, Tyr, you headed along. You weren't really waiting for anybody. However, eventually you're kind of arriving at the inn about the same time. Like within literally seconds of each other, because same path. Unless, Sal, you're not making any pit stops?
No.
Okay. As you return to the inn, it is packed. It seems that everyone's staying for the night, and everyone who knows everyone's staying for the night is packed in small clusters around the tavern level floor. But it is at the same time weirdly quiet. Everyone's only talking to each other. Looks like it's just crowded. I lost a word. I had to hunt for it for a second. It is more crowded than the rush hour earlier, but nobody's really eating or drinking. They're just kind of huddled around, murmuring and talking to each other as you come in.
This is annoying. So many bodies taking up space, nobody's drinking, and I just wanted to come in here and have a drink.
I go to the front desk.
The bar?
Yeah.
Whatever.
The only room that actually seems to be is up at the bar. Most people are gathered around tables. Only other people there besides the innkeeper on the other side, Gertie, the half-orc woman, is a... Sorry, it's very spicy chips.
Oh.
is a young man with scruffy dark hair and a dirty cloak and a... Why can I not read this word for a second?
It's your handwriting. It's natural.
It's typed. That's even worse. It's because I put it in a different order than I'm having to deliver it. And a grouchy-sounding fellow in a bright purple and green elaborate hat with some shining things here and there. Looks like a wealthier man, maybe, who might have also missed the availability window for nicer rooms elsewhere in town. He is complaining about the entire affair to Gertie across the counter. She looks like clenched jaw, like she's barely containing herself from telling him to fuck off. But she's a patron and cannot chase away her guests. However, when you do walk up, Sal, she looks at you, seems very relieved for a moment. She's like, "Yes, can I help you?"
And
I
then
expect
Sal
my
starts
room is
reading
ready.
back.
Yes, it is ready. It's upstairs. It's going to be, you know what? Pick what there's. I was gonna put you in the one in the corner, but there's been a situation. There's one at the end of the hall. There's a taken label on it. I've moved that person. Just take it.
Okay. And Sal will just go upstairs to bed.
Why am I still in the marketplace map?
For shenanigans.
Sal went upstairs to bed. Can you see how packed it is in here? So many peoples. Alright, Sal, as you head upstairs, you can hear muttering behind a couple of doors. On your way to the back hall, you see, the only door at the end of the hall that does seem to have a mark that she was talking about is the furthest one down.
Okay.
Ravile. And that's your room.
Okay.
Oh,
Oh.
he has a bed and everything.
It looks like a chair too. Wow.
Yeah. And the chimney, so you could just huddle up against it and get warm if you needed to.
Yeah.
It's the end of
luxury.
summer, so you don't need to, but, you know, if you did.
Yeah.
It's only an expensive room in the winter.
Yes.
Your room has a chair and a bed?
Yeah, I know.
Alright, Tyr, what do you do?
I will go
Sometime
and get a
rest-
drink and see if I can find any open space to just sit for a bit for now.
The only
among
open
the
area
business.
to sit with your drink is up at the bar.
Alright, I'll sit at the bar. And I'm just gonna kind of listen to the crowd and see if I can pick up what people are talking about.
Okay.
Or if anything stands out.
Drop on the eaves, if you will.
Yeah, it's dropping on the eaves.
Alright.
Ain't dropping no eaves, sir.
Okay, Samwise.
I didn't listen or anything. All I heard was the
A great deal about a ring and a dark lord.
So you're just listening, or you're not looking around?
I'll kind of cast a glance, but mostly just listening. I am mostly just trying to get some drink in me.
Okay.
After I just got beat up by a fucking tree.
By a fucking tree.
By a fucking tree.
a low point in a lizard's life.
Alright. So, it generally sounds very similar to what you were hearing at the market. A lot of people are just going like, what the fuck was that? Kind of complaining that they had to come in. You hear, off to the side, there's a group of people who are kind of like, in belted furs, look like they came from mountain way. That's, they seem to be confused, like, what is this magic nonsense? This isn't normal for here, right? I mean, like, so you hear, like, it's just generally people trying to throw out theories, nothing really specific or sound. And then there's the merchant sitting close to you who, now that you're sitting there, is going to turn his complaint. He's not just complaining at Gertie, but you notice he's also complaining to the person on the other side of him, the person in the dirty cloak. You can, now that you're a little closer, you can tell he's, somewhere between, in that range between 25 and 35. He's just sitting there with the drinks, like, as the guy complains. He's just looking, and he's gonna turn to him, every other sentence, turn to him, and then turn to you. He's like, it's just, back where I'm from, this never happens. This isn't You do not end festivities over some illusionist nonsense. Just you, and he just kind of pats you on the shoulder a bit. Doesn't seem to have regard for personal. He's like, "Can you? I can't even get a good room in this town, and then there's some crazy nonsense with pranks and trees. This is insanity."
Up in the north, at least 5 people need to die for a festival to get crazy.
Do tell,
You
good
know, it's just
sir.
getting started.
Yeah. I will look at where he patted me on the shoulder and just kind of stare at it for a moment and then look at him. Do tell, good sir, just where exactly it is that you're from, that you don't end a festival over some fairy activity.
I'm from Ildreus. We know how to handle... It's not fairy activity. Clearly it was some illusion that got out of hand. It's probably those performers. I've seen stuff like this before. Usually they traffic in lights, but in the cities we don't just... The amount of money that was spent on this.
A person died, and I saw 3 others getting carted off, pretty damn close to being dead themselves, and you don't think that that's reason enough to hit pause for just a few hours?
Well, that's very unfortunate, but what accidents happen? He does not look like he could take anybody in a fight, by the way. When you're close to him, he kind of seems like he's made of, I don't know how else to put it. He kind of looks like he's made of pudding under his clothes. Not that he's big, but that he's weak.
He's just a soft sort.
He's a
He
soft
sounds-
sort.
He
Hold on.
sounds too
He's a
Scottish
soft-
to not know how to fight.
Hold on, I think I missed a message. Where's my mouse? There it is. There's my mouse.
Oh yeah, that could be me.
Bunnies.
Where the hell is my mouse?
Oh, my allergies are so bad right now.
My mouse is hidden. I don't know why.
The message is not worth this much struggle.
It is not. I'm gonna check it on my phone. Why can't I find my mouse? This is insanity. Oh, there it is.
I got some maple bacon coffee today.
Ooh,
and
did you get the
my
Bones Coffee Company?
Gosh. No, I didn't, but I've seen theirs. No, I got this at Aldi.
Ooh. What
It's amazing.
is this?
Got
But I have
peppermint
seen
tea for
Bones.
bedtime.
There's like so many flavors from Bones that I want to try.
Oh, Lindsay when he gets snacks and Salazar's in bed. Okay. Could be bunnies. God damn it. Seriously? Really? Bunnies.
I told you it wasn't worth it.
The bunnies joke.
That's why
I did all this for a bunnies joke. While you were gone, I lost
told
use
you
of
it
my
wasn't
mouse and had to check a message on my phone. I figured since you were getting snacks, I'd take that time. Okay. As I was saying, pudding under
We were
his
just
post.
talking about how they were talking about theories, so I just threw one out there.
The man, he doesn't seem fat. He's not really fat. He's just weak. Definitely not built for fighting or labor. His skin, what's not sweaty from how many layers he's got on at the end in summer heat, seems soft in a way that pretty much any of you, but Tyr at the moment, would find kind of unusual in an inn like this one. Tyr, you
He's
recognize...
well built to be a landlord.
Tyr, you don't recognize the exact one, but but one of the little brooches on him it has a guild mark on it, so you place him as a merchant.
Oh, it's close.
So yes, he was saying it's like, oh, that's unfortunate, but accidents happen.
accidents do happen. This was a very unfortunate and grim accident, and therefore it interfered with the plans for the evening, and I think that you are being a selfish bastard if you think that it's not okay for them to call things off. I'm just gonna speak very plainly.
He looks very offended, but the man in Dirty Cloak starts to laugh. And he's gonna lean over. He's gonna lean around the merchant. Look, he goes like, "Have you paid for your drink yet? Because I'll do it."
Only if you feel up for it. No pressure. I don't mind.
The sweaty merchant looks very offended and walks away.
I was hoping for more. People with money usually don't understand that the big man can kill you with his pinky.
He's mostly offended. He walks away to go talk to the Northerners and bother them instead because for the time being, they seem like they have a better understanding of his complaint. Whether or not they will remains to be seen. As he walks away, Tintlet and Rhiannon, you arrive in the tavern. Crowded, packed, only room at the bar. Tyr's there, you can see him.
I make a beeline for him since he's so obvious.
The Dragonborn, yes!
And I finally order a drink, something small and fruity.
Tyr, the young man at the counter, he looks at, when he sees that she comes right up beside, he's like, "She with you?"
Yeah, she's with me.
"I'll buy hers too." And you see him take out a gold piece and slide it over to Gertie, and she walks away to get drinks.
Oh.
And,
Thank you, sir.
No problem. He's gonna smile, and you're gonna, as you're talking to him, you notice that, the kind of Dirty Cloak, stubble, kind of messy hair, but you notice the stubble along his, he's very angular features, stubble along his jaw looks like it's not, it looks very kempt, like it's deliberate. He's got, you see that he's got like a cut scar on his, like 2 slash marks on his brow that are not deliberate. He's got a scar. And, as he's facing you properly, now he's like kind of turns in his seat to face you properly. You see that his eyes are red.
I will
Like
take
red
him.
from like bloodshot or just
Red.
red?
Red-colored
Red
irises?
color. Yeah.
Red irises. What color is his hair?
Black.
Interesting. Will he be my friend?
Please tell me you asked him that in that voice. That's Rhiannon.
No, I'm not that bold as Rhiannon.
Ah!
I whisper to you in that voice.
Ugh, I love it.
He's already my friend who bought me a drink. Totally unprompted in my eyes.
Tyr's gonna take a look at the very small fruity drink that Tintlet's got. What in the world is that? Exactly?
Boysenberry.
I'm sorry. I can't even remember what I was going to say. I was gonna call it like a sunrise punch or something like that, and it's like one of those like 10 alcohol drinks with like a bunch of cranberry juice.
So technically, it's compared to what Tyr's actually drinking, lethal.
Yeah. That's the funny part about people that make fun of fruity drinks.
Right?
Bitch.
You're like, dude, I get drunk
Halloween.
faster and it tastes good. I enjoy the ride.
Tilla's a one and done kind of girl, just one drink and then she's gonna party the rest of the night.
I mean, that drink, sure.
Technically they have really wild after parties and she didn't get to indulge in that because of what happened, so she's doing it now in the inn.
Well, it's not the most artistically done drink, but they do have, especially at this time of year, they try to keep in stock some variety things, even at inns like this. So it smells and tastes fairly good. Mostly it looks like some clear and then like an ombre of purple sludge that when you drink it is berry.
I just want to throw this out there that Rhiannon doesn't drink in theory. When she does, her dexterity and charisma are switched. Just
Let's
in
get a drink
theory.
in front of her.
Drink. Drink. I want these failed constitution checks so I can see this. Chai is being an angel right now, by the way. He's just laying on the floor.
Oh.
Yeah.
Don't disturb him. Don't tempt it.
Wait for 30 minutes and then he's gonna go back to being Chai.
Yeah. So seriously, what is that drink? It's purple. What manner
fantastic.
of
Do you want a
booze
sip?
is purple? Yeah, I do actually. I'm very curious. You'll very daintily take.
Make
very
sure
small
you
sip.
take a small one, because that's some strong stuff there.
You telling me what's a strong drink? This fruity little purple thing that smells like berries?
Do you have a non-alcoholic
Drink the
version
whole
of that?
thing. I want to see what happens. Then
I'll get you another one, Tintlet, and I'll just shotgun it.
Gertie is gonna get you a juice, Rhiannon. And to refill Tintin's drink. Well, the cloaked man is watching you tear while I ask you to roll a Constitution save.
Save. 17.
You see him watching you for like the few minutes while the drinks exchange, and he's just he looks like he's waiting for something, but as the drinks are ordered and brought out, he's like, "Look at you, you're still on your feet."
Barbarian.
The night is still young. And I already had a warm-up session this morning.
Oh, that's right, you did.
Yay, day drinking.
That's not a bad flavor, actually. I'll have another.
I start to protect my second one.
I'll leave that one alone, Tilla. That one's yours. Don't worry. I'll get myself one.
You drink as much as will go on that gold.
Dancing in the feet, drinking the juice.
Yeah. Also, as he's turned to face, you see that the cloak is dirty, but underneath he's got some actually pretty nice clothes on, black wools with some like leather strapping here, and there's a piece where you can see something kind of in red, just kind of stamp painted onto it.
Oh, I know this. He's part of the Night's Watch.
Kitty butt.
So, while I'm enjoying my new fruity drink discovery, I'll strike up conversation with this strange fellow. So, what's your story then, there, scruffy stranger? You here for the festival as well, or are you local, or...?
Oh, I'm
What?
not local. I'm here for the same reason you are. Is life is boring, there's a party here.
And you're not pissed that the festivities were cancelled for the night? He'll kind of glance over towards the squishy merchant-looking dude.
You know, considering your reaction earlier, I'd like to say no, but I have to be honest. I'm a little bit happy to be in tonight. I've got other things going on.
Other things.
I'm sorry about the man who died.
As am I. Very unfortunate.
Mm.
Can I just ask, do I recognize the symbol on him?
It's partially covered by his cloak.
Okie dokie.
Yep, I was trying to remember how I described it. I described it, you only see like part of it, so it's partially covered by his cloak, sorry.
I was just asking, given my background, I might...
Are you like zoned in on the symbol? So is that something that your character is looking at while everyone's talking, or is it just like an offhand question?
I can roll for it if you want, because I do try and look at symbols to see what people...
Alright, roll intelligence.
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 Please be nice to me, Dicey. Yeah.
Alright, I'm going to
That was a save.
roll
That's
intelligence
minus
straight.
2.
Minus 2?
That would be... It would just
15.
be minus 2, so it's a 15.
Let me see what you got on that.
Because I would probably know any criminal organization.
Yeah, bounty hunter that you are.
I'm sorry, I didn't know it caused this much homework.
Oh, no, you're fine.
Oh, way
I
to
just
go.
realized that for some reason I can't remember a word that I use, and I don't want to tell you the wrong thing.
Moist. The word is moist.
Oh,
No!
I hate you!
No. It's not.
Marsh.
Unless you're talking about a cake, that word is forbidden.
God damn it.
God, I hate my brain.
You should. You that was bad and you should feel
No.
bad.
No, I don't feel bad about that word. I'm confident in my usage of that. I hate myself because I then replaced the word moist with something else when referring to cakes. I don't know why I did it, but my brain did it, and I'm not going to say it.
Please don't. Please don't. Please don't.
I'm very concerned.
Dab cake.
Both by what that could be, and I'm also concerned for you.
Ugh. Let me get to my files. I had to recover my mouse. That's what's taking me so long. Sorry. I had to unplug
Rashna,
it and
what's on
unplug
your
it back
shirt?
in.
Oh, it's actually a dress.
Ah!
Oh, it's a twist.
Killstar, so
Nice.
Folders. Show.
Saw horns, and I was curious.
oh yeah, it's actually a Harry Potter merch technically.
Nice. That's awesome.
It's like hang on, the full print's pretty great. It's like evil wizard Harry Potter
Oh,
kinda.
dude, that's awesome. That's badass. I love it.
That's what people thought Harry Potter was about. in
Yeah,
Bible
that's what
Belt.
the was the Mormons. I think it was just like Baptist or Mormons or someone who thought it was
Yeah.
just
Oh, yeah. Baptist, definitely. Oof.
It was definitely Baptists because that's where I was raised, and that's what they're saying.
Yep.
Don't know about Mormons though, personally.
I think
was-
Mormons were opposed, but I don't know that they were as vocal about it as the Baptists were. Community I grew up in was very Baptist, and they were very...
Yeah, Mormons are
Very
less
anti.
publicly vocal about most things.
Yeah, that's the thing with
Yeah.
Mormons. Is like
In
they oppose it, but they're not going
community-
to talk about how they oppose it.
In
so.
community, that shit is evil,
pretty
the work of the
savvy in
devil, and the
that
children
sense.
are not allowed to look at it.
Yeah.
We had, I knew a kid who was Mormon.
Mormons know they're on thin ice.
Pretty much.
Okay. It was a very long time for a whisper. I apologize. I need to recover my mouse. Technical difficulties resolved.
Hey guys, I found a plot hook.
You suck!
What?
Wow. Color me intrigued.
Alright, Tyr was drinking. He said he was sorry the guy died, but he had other things to worry about. Rhiannon's staring at his chest.
Muscles.
Ram, buy the lad a drink before you just stare, would you?
Is this in character or are we fucking around? I have to know for future reasons.
Well, if she's very obviously staring, Tyr would say it.
Are
Is
you
she very obviously staring, or is she just
Probably.
Okay,
No
then he
social
said
skills.
it in character.
How do you roll for
Okay.
subtlety? Was that just general charisma?
I guess either stealth or sleight of hand for subtlety.
Yes.
But I have I'm sorry.
Don't
You
apologize.
have fancy,
Give her a
you have
nudge.
fancy, you have fancy clothes.
He's just grinning at you. He's like, "Thanks, darling," and goes back to drinking.
Can you say that again, but in a more Texan accent?
No, fuck you.
We found a
I'm
cowboy
laughing
in
at
the middle
you,
of-
so I went the wrong direction with my accent. I'm sorry.
I'm just. Thanks, Star.
Shut the fuck up. Play the game.
Ugh. All right.
So Tyr and him were having a discussion.
What?
So Tyr and him were having a discussion.
Oh, we were having a discussion, yes. I asked what he was doing here. He told me.
Find that train of thought and tow us back.
All aboard the train of thought. So what matter of business is it that brought you here then? Are you on your own or you got company here?
Sorry, one sec.
Fuck, I don't know if he has company. Let me check my notes.
No, I was looking for something else. I put the wrong part of my brain on pause.
Oh no.
I'm not used to the controls anymore. What was your question? Sorry, ask it again.
I asked him if he was here by himself or if he's here with company.
Company? No, I'm avoiding company.
Avoiding company.
Mm.
So what exactly are you here for then?
No, I told you. Life is boring. I'm here for the party.
Alright. Just purely just here for the fun. Alright, I'll drink to that. And I'll finish off whatever it is I'm drinking.
Is this the second one of those that you've had?
This is the second one.
Constitution.
Save?
Yes.
Or... Fuck.
Ooh.
One moment, I'm doing something else. A 9?
A 9.
What do you have? A 9!
No! Yes.
You are drunk. You were on drunk. You were as drunk on 2 of those little things as you were on all the rounds you had earlier. So you have disadvantage on physical checks for an hour.
Pathetic. Pathetic. If we were to really consider Tyr's body weight and mass,
This is a highly alcoholic drink.
it better be. It
I've
better
seen-
fucking be some seriously high quality.
I
I've
mean,
drank
you
people-
were somewhat slightly not really injured.
I've drank
That's true. May or may
people
not have
twice
lost
my
some blood.
size under the table, so.
You're drunk, and like,
Am I drunk or am I buzzed?
since it's disadvantage on physical for the time being, we'll say you're buzzed, so you will have disadvantage in a fight, but
Well, according to the PSAs, buzzed is drunk.
you should not operate motor vehicles.
Good thing I'm not going to be behind the wheel of anything, so I think I'll be fine.
Just wait, we're gonna end up like a car chase or something.
The closest
Somebody else can take the reins.
Luckily for you, you are all very comfortably aware that the closest motor vehicle is 3,000 miles away.
Back in that Artificer Nation.
Yes. Everything was
I
fine
wouldn't
until
even know what to
Steampunk
do with it
Nation
anyway.
attacked.
Ooh.
You shouldn't sail a boat. How about that?
Sure, but even I know that. I know better.
Where are you?
Boats have a lot of leeway.
Just don't
Just don't
sail
need
in
to
a
dock
port,
a
you'll be
boat.
fine. Yeah.
Yeah, just don't dock it. Open seas
Just
is
stay
good.
on the open water, you'll be fine.
Okay.
Jack, how do I parallel sail?
How do I parallel dock?
Yeah, I know.
Um,
Words are not my strength.
alright, where was I? You're drunk and your new friend is very obviously amused.
I'm buzzed. On the non-alcoholic.
No, you're not. That's
You
just
are
you.
not!
You are not.
You
It's
just
sugar
want an
high.
excuse to play charisma.
No, I'm just joking about how much of a lightweight Rhiannon probably.
Aren't you gonna have a real drink, Rhiannon? Come on.
I offer Rhiannon some
After
of
all
my
we've
fruity
just
drink
gone
as well.
through, come on, Tintlet, help me get a drink already.
I've only drunk like a fourth of it because I know how these drinks are, so I offer her the rest.
No, I'm fine. I don't
It's
drink.
berry.
I have berry juice right here. Same thing they
Yeah,
put in
but
that, only without.
this is like magic berry juice. It's berry juice with extra stuff.
Your friends are right. Rhiannon, right? A man died today. You should have a drink.
At least do it in his honor.
I was talking about the
Everything.
trauma, but there's that too. I said I was talking about the trauma, but there's that too.
I mean, either way works.
All right. Yeah, I guess it is a party. Peer pressure.
I mean, if you really don't want to, you don't have to. I'm just saying, lighten up and try a little at least.
A sip won't do you any harm.
I'll skip it for now. Maybe later.
Right.
Alright, well, you just let
Yeah,
Gertie
I'm
know
still
I've got
hoping to
one
go
on
on
hold for you for
forwards.
later.
What was that?
He just said, well,
What did
you
he
just
say?
let Gertie know that I put that part of that gold is supposed to hold drink for you for later then.
Oh.
Thank you very much. By the way, what's that symbol you got there? It's pretty. I take the hint.
As you're sitting here drinking, slowly people who aren't staying here start to filter out. A couple people start heading upstairs. It's a little less congested down
by
here.
the way, those people that were the short-haired person that was fighting the tree that one time that you mentioned to that Salazar tried to listen in on, and that they had posh accents. Are they in here? Because they were in here this morning.
You don't see him in here.
Yeah, now that I've found out how to socialize, I was going to ask what their story was.
I wander off to go listen to to do some more eavesdropping.
You're doing more dropping more eaves.
Yeah. If they catch me, I'll. Who knows?
So you're just wandering around, or are you going somewhere specific?
Yeah, just kind of just doing rounds, kind of seeing if there's any interesting snippets of conversation, just like very slow meander.
All right, yeah, just
Sipping
roll,
my drink.
roll me a perception check.
16.
16?
Mhm.
Okay. Most of the conversation seems to have moved on from the events so far. However, as you you move closer to a door, you hear, outside, you can hear, like, the sound of something clinking going past the door and moving away.
I do like clinking, I follow it.
He's going outside?
Yeah.
Alright, so. As you go out looking for the sound, I'm going to carry that check over. You see a hooded figure moving around the corner of the next building.
Alright, I stealthily follow him. Them.
Okay, roll for stealth.
Jangle.
Because there are also guards along the streets.
23!
Holy shit! You, using your many years of honed, agility from your dances and the fact that you can quite easily see in the dark, you...
And I'm not wearing my outfit.
And you are not wearing your outfit!
Like, I know how to stand out, so naturally, I know how to blend in.
You, quite easily move from shadow to shadow, because the majority of the guards that you can see appear human, so you're relying on the darkness and the fact that you are no longer making more noise than a rich lady's coin purse. And follow the figure. You, follow around the corner. As you get closer, you can, you recognize a dark gray and green cloak, from the marketplace.
We're from the marketplace.
You recognize the cloak from the marketplace. They're the people that I mentioned before.
Oh, okay. I continue to
posh?
follow them stealthily. Don't want to draw attention just yet, I don't think.
Alright, before we follow that,
Another juice, please.
another juice, please.
You can check as many of those as you want.
Salazar, have you just retired for the night, or are you sitting up there, like, reading, plotting?
I think I'm just gonna retire for the night.
Okay.
Scheme.
Alright, so while Tintin is off on her great adventure.
The Adventures of Tintin!
Yeah.
You have Snowy?
Rhiannon was my snow. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Your new friend, from being highly amused at Tyr to also amused by Rhiannon's refusal to drink, he looks around and notices that Tintin is missing. He's gonna lean into Tyr and go like, your little friend know there's a curfew tonight, right?
What did she actually leave?
I didn't see anybody going upstairs.
I assume. Yeah, I am the knight.
Right now she is!
Yeah.
Fucking 23!
Yeah.
Oh, please, that's amateur numbers for a rogue.
It's fantastic for a bard.
Yeah. I'll turn to Rhiannon. Did you see her leave? You know where she went?
China!
Well,
Tintin! Where'd she go? What's he doing?
He's messing with the ring light. Get up here. Come on.
Lobby.
Over here.
I don't know. She's her own adult woman.
given my passive perception of 16, I probably did not notice her leave with a roll of Unless she wasn't stealthing.
Well, she didn't stealth till after she went outside and saw the guy, so you might have noticed somebody going through the door if you were remotely facing that direction. You are aware, your passive perception makes you aware of your surroundings, so you might not know exactly where she went, but I'll say the same as with your new friend, you didn't see anybody go upstairs. Because you would have noticed that. Hey, Bubby.
I'm sure
it's
she's
the Bubby.
Fine. Maybe. Should we go out looking for her? She's fine.
I don't know. There's a curfew. I don't want her getting in trouble, but if we go out, we're going to get in trouble ourselves, and I'm trying not to make trouble here. Deer won't get up to move, but he will resituate himself to keep an eye on the door.
Hey, do you think the room that Sally has like a chair or something that I could stay in?
Did you just refer to him as Sally?
No.
Because I very much want to hear you call him that next time they're right here, standing with us. So, yeah, I don't know if there's a chair, but we can go and check my room.
Oh, yeah, you have a room.
I have a room.
No, I think we should stay out. I think we should stay out here until Tintlet gets back. I just wanted to know if there's a place for me to stay.
Right.
Also, I wanted to call back a job.
All right. So you guys are waiting up?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to call. Let's say a General 15 Rashna, you have 5, unless you need longer, so that I can get your solo.
Yeah, I just need to grab some water, so that's fine.
Cool, so you grab some water. I'm going to take care of Munchkin.
Okay.
Take care of the Munchkin.
The rest of you, snack, bathroom. You can tune back in whenever you like. And I want to make you sit through how long the next part is. Okay, Rashna, I'll be right back. All right. So Lindsay says she's feeling tired. She does have work in the morning, so she's listening in for the time being, but since Sal is pretty much retired for the night, we can go on.
Okay.
Okay, so one thing that I did miss because it did go out of order when we rejoin. Are we ready to rejoin? Phi?
Yeah, but I'm eating right now, so I don't want to cook.
Okay, well, too bad, because what I was about to tell you was when, a note that was out of place that I found. While you were looking around, you do notice that the merchant you saw before, it starts to occur to you that something about him kind of feels a little familiar.
The annoying merchant guy?
The annoying merchant guy.
Feels familiar in I subdued him / or tried to kill him at some point, or familiar in I worked in it with him, or I've seen him at the party.
Familiar in a roll an intelligence check.
Familiar in a roll an intelligence check. $23. That's a natural 20.
Yep. Alright, as you take a second look at him and like, you know what, he seems familiar. You picture the same man, but with a walrus mustache, like a big, thick, black walrus mustache. And remember, he owes you money. As in, you worked...
He owes me money?
He owes you money. You worked a job for him, and he didn't pay you.
Oh, he owes me money.
He owes you money.
Can I get that alcoholic drink real quick? So I stare at it angrily and chug it.
Your new friend at the bar is just gonna lean around here like, is this about to get really funny?
What the fuck just changed?
So what should I roll?
Constitution at disadvantage because you keep saying she's a lightweight, so that's canon now.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Alright.
Kira's going to be watching her very concerned.
That is a 5. Was a 20 at first, but then it was a 5.
You're drunk.
Alright. How drunk? I need level of drunkenness. I'm not... Would I slur my words? Would I have trouble standing? You know what? No, I'm just gonna do what I said, and I have an 8 dexterity, and I have an 18 charisma right now.
That does give you a physical disadvantage, so I'll allow it. Because I want to see this.
Alright. So
this
I take
is more
the glass.
fun than if I did Rule Lawyer, so let's go with it.
So I take the glass.
Also,
I look at the
specifically,
guy.
remember his name is Kyle Gall.
How?
Kyle Gall. C-A-I-O.
Oh, no.
Kyle?
Hey, fat bastard, go!
What?
Is he looking at me?
One moment, I need to recover from that second.
I don't take money lightly.
Do you want me to recover faster or not?
Oh, no.
Olivia's just over here like, yes!
Bring it on! I need this.
Okay.
Please, carry
As
on.
you shout out, fat bastard Gall. The merchant from over where he is annoying the Mountainers now, and they're just all kind of sitting in a circle looking like, and they seem very happy when someone else shouts across the room, and he looks away. He looks around, looks at you from was like, I beg your pardon? And does
Remember
not
me, sweetheart? I think that you owe me a little something or other.
He gets up and runs. He gets up and runs out the door.
I throw my glass at him.
Oh, shit.
How the fuck do I improvise this? Okay.
I probably won't hit him, but I do it. Right,
Why
so
does
I'm
my mouse keep
proficient.
disappearing?
So I'm proficient in thrown weapons. It's, and I have, so that makes it a +4. So that's a -1 instead of +3. So that means I can add 3 to the roll of a d20 to hit.
All right, so.
Let me at him.
Do it.
I'm probably gonna miss with my luck. That is a 12 + 3. So that's a 15 to hit. Trying to shatter it on the back of his head.
Yeah, hold on, let me. Whoa, what did I hit? Okay, my mouse keeps disappearing from my screen because of the thing.
Hope he has more than 1 hit point.
Alternate tab. Yes.
Probably
Bear
like
with
a
me for
1
a
point
minute.
damage anyway.
Did it. Got it. Alright, I'm gonna look it up on my phone.
I'm sorry for doing this to you, but you started it.
It's fine. Alright. I don't know why I'm humming that song.
I was wondering.
That clocks him upside the back of the head as he's running away.
Alright. Is he still conscious?
Well, you never roll damage.
Do what? Should I roll damage? That's 2 points of glass in the back of the skull damage.
You hear it like it doesn't break on his head, but it breaks when it hits the floor. It bounces off the back of his skull. He just goes like, ugh, and then falls forward. He's just on his hands and knees like, oh! He's bleeding a little bit.
So I get up.
You hit him right in the bald spot in the back of his head.
So I get up. I struggle with the chair a bit, trying to get up. Walk over to him, drag him to the bar, and throw him on top of it.
He is
Now,
quite
Mr. Gallbladder.
large. He is quite large. You have to do a strength check for that.
Alright. Do I have disadvantage for strength checks, or... I don't feel like strength wouldn't have a disadvantage for...
You don't have disadvantage
shooting
for
him.
strength, but since you are throwing him onto the counter, I make that in athletics instead because you do have a disadvantage for the maneuver.
Alright. Cool. Athletics.
You
That-
managed to
oh,
drag
that's
him
it.
over to the bottom of the bar and kind of pin him up between two stools, but you couldn't quite lift him up onto it, and you just kind of dropped him there.
No, I accidentally threw him into the bar instead of on.
Yeah.
No, that's alright. I just crouched down, put my boot on his chest, and say, "Now, Mr. Gallbladder, you seem to owe me a thing or two, don't ya?"
You calling him
If I remember
gallbladder?
If I remember correctly, you had me catch a little thief for you. And now, as you can see, my job is still catching little thieves.
I had... Ow! You didn't have to do that. I can get you... Rhiannon! You know I was gonna pay you back. I'm gonna pay you back. We were a little short on funds in the last quarter. See, I don't have it at the moment. But like, here's the thing. I could cut you in on this new thing that I'm working on. The reward is bigger than the last one. You can keep 40% of it.
The website used to rate your classmates. It'll be great. It'll be huge.
You have a little problem with that, because I don't contract with people that don't pay, and you didn't pay, so pay up first. I'll help you, but you gotta pay.
My funds are liquidated.
Oh, you spend my
at the
money.
moment.
You spend my money. Did you? Where'd you spend my money? You spend it here? Is that what you're complaining about, losing all your money here? Huh? Oh, I get it. It's a gift, right? You're gonna gift all your money you made.
I have a
Me,
gambling problem. It's a sickness, and he is not lying well, so I'm not even gonna have you roll for that. Your friend at the bar is laughing his ass off, by the way. He's just kind of leaning there, like practically in tears.
Kira is looking immensely amused and impressed right now.
Oh, goodness.
And
Look,
not at all
beware
pitying
the
the little
quiet
bastard.
ones.
Yeah.
Oh, good Miss Gertrude. Don't worry. I'll have the man pay for it. I'm sorry about the property damage.
It was more broken than that before you got here.
All right. Thanks, love.
Just a bit of remodeling.
If anything, you knocked a board back in place.
think I'm calm now. I think I'm calm.
I love how immediately you went from 0 to 100. I like this character.
So Tyrenan, how do you think I should handle this? He says he'll pay me back. You want in?
I will pay you back. I will pay you back. Look, you can collect the reward yourself, and then I trust you to give me my end. Because I brought it to you. Your finder's fee.
Oh,
I don't
finder's
think that's
fee.
how that works. Nah.
If I see where I come from, a finder that didn't pay the first time comes with me on the job. You see, I'm an archer, so I need someone to block the other attacks.
That seems fair.
He blubbers for a second, and you're out. And a friend of the board's going around is like, you want to drag that with you? You sure? I mean, I'm all for the punishment, but if you actually want to catch anything.
You bring up a good point.
Also, you didn't ask how much this reward was. It might even be worth it. What you looking for? And he's like, oh, there's a few things. One of them, I don't know, I've already sent somebody on the, there's 1,000 gold.
Yeah, you didn't say what the actual job was, and if 1,000 gold is a worthy price to be getting paid to go and do.
He's wrestling around, and he pulls out a, from one of his thick, like, he's got his thick puffy coat. He pulls out, he's gonna hand you, a wanted writ.
Alright, I take it, and I look at it.
You see wanted by the Southern Prime seat, and by charter of...
I see Salazar posing.
No.
I'm sorry for making you laugh yourself out of existence.
I know, I banished myself. What was I doing? Okay. As I was saying, no! Wanted by the Southern Prime seat, and would join charter with the three brothers. Prince of Thieves, 1,000 gold. There's not a image as much as a rough sketch. The biggest thing in most detail, you see the general figure of a person, but the focus is on a mask. There's like this half-face mask with like a tooth pattern painted on, and in the center a sort of like serpentine figure 8 symbol.
And to Tyrenan. Hey, Tyr, you think this is worth it? Says the Prince of Thieves. I don't know if I'm up for a print. I don't know if I'm up for catching royalty.
Yeah. Stuff involving royalty is rarely worth it, because it's usually a whole lot of effort. But, that being said, this seems interesting.
And, your friend, he leans around and listens, he's like, I can help you
What
with
do you
that.
think?
You
would help with this?
Sure.
There's a fair amount of gold there. Is this something you'd actually want to do, Rhiannon?
It's worth investigating, Elise.
I suppose. And where did you get this information, Squishy?
He's squishy.
Squishy.
That's an inherently funny word for me. I don't know why.
Oh, he's sweaty too, so I bet he... No, I'm not gonna say that.
No.
I win.
Let's just say he has the properties of a well-baked cake.
I'm writing that down.
Soft and springy.
No.
I wonder if he leaves any crumbs if I stick a fork in him.
I hope not. Please, no.
I'm gonna look at this in a week and go, what the hell was the context? Okay. The merchant, now hatless.
Okay, really quick, asking for clarification. Is this a bounty for the Prince of Thieves? I kind of missed the first part. I don't know if the audio is cutting out or what.
There is a reward to turn him into the Southern Prime City.
Okay. That's just what I need a clarification for.
Yeah.
Oh, can you also repeat the symbol for him that you were described earlier?
The symbol on the page is this figure 8 serpentine symbol, like this jagged thing. I'll be able to actually draw it for you later. It's a jagged serpent symbol.
Is it kind of like an Ouroboros in a figure 8? Or is it something else?
It's
Is it eating itself, or is it
it's
just
more of an
in a
overlap.
figure
It's
eight?
not in its tail's not in his mouth. He's more of an overlap.
Yes.
Cool.
I love my little note takers. I said
Yeah,
I love my little note takers.
paper.
So the big man asked you a question, squishy man.
Tier's gonna like give a really drunken chuckle at hearing her repeat that. I like this Rhiannon already.
Oh god, they're gonna have like a... By the end of this campaign, they're gonna have like a IV hooked up to Rhiannon.
He's gonna
It's time for fun,
pushing
Rhiannon.
alcohol in
Quick,
front of her
give
all
me
the
vodka.
time. Fetch the booze.
Switch out her water for vodka when they need her to be scary.
And it'll be that extreme Polish vodka you were just talking about.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh dear.
That's dwarvish vodka. Like, it's the only real life equivalent to dwarvish vodka I would ever picture.
Oh
It's
my
that
gosh.
intense, Olivia. I can't even remember the actual proof. I would have to text
Yeah.
Jessica and say, what was the proof on this? It was nuts.
I
Was it
remember
like
her talking. I
Everclear
remember us
kind?
talking about it, and she mentioned it. I think she brought the bottle up and showed it in front of
think
camera,
it
and it was
was-
insane.
It was nuts.
I think it was 180.
It was. I remember
which
it
is
being
basically
extremely high.
90%.
So basically gasoline.
Basically gasoline. With a little bit of ethanol in it. Excuse me. Yes, Beeps?
I was just saying, I've seen moonshine that has a higher...
Oh, that's moonshine. No one
Yeah, but
expects
oddly
moonshine
enough-
to be actually non-lethal. It's good, though. If the good moonshine, you can't taste it when there's something in it. It's good.
Yeah. Last time I was at the liquor store,
Moonshine.
there was a jar of moonshine pickles, and I feel like I really need to try these.
Ooh. I do like pickles.
I love pickles, and
I have 2
moonshine
jars
is
of
pretty
pickles in
good,
the fridge.
so-
Shut up. I'm gonna go get it. Okay.
Pickles do sound really good right now.
All right,
Okay,
everyone
carry
start
on.
writing it down? Okay.
Yes, I
Are you
am.
ready to go to the next page? I don't know. I feel good for being able to keep track of shit right now. I'm all over the place, but I remember where I was.
Who was posting this job?
It's the paper itself says just charted by the Prime City, so it's like an official document.
Okay, so it wasn't like a specific person or guild. It was city business, like overall.
Not the document, but he's about to tell you where he got it.
Gotcha.
So when you ask him, like, when you ask him, he's like, so, did I just cough up a feather?
We're gonna blame Chai for that.
There was lint on my hand, and I blew it. I was like, what the fuck?
Good job.
You're starting to cup up fur balls just like Chai. Spent too much time with him.
That was the weirdest derail I've had all day.
Good job.
So the Kaio's he's sitting there, still holding his hands up. 'Cause he's trying to keep your hands away from his face. It's like, I'm from there. They have it posted everywhere. It's like, he's a nuisance, and it's just, I have people. They bring me good jobs. I find people to do those jobs, and then I collect part of the money. That's the deal. You know it. We did this.
We did half of it. You found the job, and then I never got paid.
See, there was a
So
storm,
I'm not...
and then a boat.
Were you on the boat? Did you sink? You die? Because if you're not dead right now, then I don't see an excuse for why you didn't pay me my money.
1,000 gold will
I'm
more
already...
than cover your money.
All right.
No. That's no. You need to pay her. She gets 1,000 gold on top of all that.
I don't have that money right now. I'm waiting on another job. I just hired the man to go out. It might be a minute before he finds that mark and comes back, but that's quite a good put, I promise.
You didn't finish your original excuse, something about a storm and a ship and a boat or whatever the fuck it was.
Yes, there was a storm, and I was
fine,
on the
that's a
ship,
lie.
but I couldn't get on the ship because of the storm, so I got on the boat instead, and then I was out of town. I spent it, okay? You know that's what I did.
So much easier for you to just say that. He spent your money, Rhiannon. What do you think about that?
It's fine, because he's going to pay it back with interest. He's a trustworthy fellow, aren't you?
Oh yes,
He's especially trustworthy when he knows how good at my job, because my job is finding people who don't want to be found.
Exactly, you're one of the best. That's why I want to hire you. Give this to you. I'm giving this one to you. You can have this one.
Thank you for the gift. I'll think about forgiving you then.
While you've been intimidating him, your counterfriend has gotten down, walked over to where his hat fell, and has come back. He's gonna come over and he's gonna like reach over and kind of like pop it on top of his head, just pat him, go like.
How kind of you.
I try.
All right, so I guess that business is over. What were you talking?
We were talking about how fun it is to watch your big friends get drunk so quickly, but then you took that to a whole nother level. What did you say your name was? Rhiannon? Rhiannon or Rhiannon? Which one is Rhiannon? I'm Nikolai.
It's nice to meet you, Nikolai.
Nice to meet you.
Shake his hand. So that's my bit done.
Yeah, that's your bit done.
I pick up the chair, sit politely in it, and I order another juice. Non-alcoholic, please.
Another juice.
Not alcohol.
It's so funny. Okay. Oh shit. It might not have set the camera in place. It's fine. I'll fix it in post. Well, I won't be able to put the video where it was supposed to be, but I'll be able to, like, put a technical difficulty thing for a minute. Okay. That was your bit. As you let him go, Merchant's gonna get up and kind of, like, scramble out. And you can hear he tries to leave, but he runs into a guard who sends him back. He just comes to stand still, like... And then goes upstairs. And now it's Rashna's turn.
Can't help but wonder how he paid for an inn without my money on.
Mm-hmm.
But that's okay.
Well, this
All
isn't
right,
an
off to Rash.
expensive inn.
I know. Back
It's
to
alright,
Rashna.
lads.
Yeah.
We'll get your money.
So your kind of friend, while I'm looking at this, he's gonna. Okay, I just had to check something. So you're taking that job then?
I'm looking into it. Don't know if I'll go all the way with.
I mean, let me know. I'd love a cut of 1,000 gold.
All right.
You saying you'd like to join our little party then? Because, sorry, Rhiannon, but I'm already totally inviting myself along. If you don't mind.
No, it's fine. You helped out with the interrogation. You're more than welcome.
Well, thank you.
I mean, on a strictly this project business, when you just come see me, I'm sure we can work something out.
All right. We can talk in private about it later.
He just gives you a nod. And now it's Rashna's turn. I had to look up your passive perception because as you managed to follow, you were following the hooded figure with the gray and the green from the market. As you are traveling, you managed to make it around a few blocks before I'm going to ask you to roll another stealth because the you coming to a different part of town, the terrain changes a little bit. You're no longer in the like muddy streets. You've cut in. He's kind of going into towards this area of town that's basically bridges and canals.
I'm gonna tell you right now because I'm very pleased I got another 23. So I'm still the knight.
All right.
Dang.
He is moving
And out
quickly
of
though, so
that-
in order to
that
keep
time.
up with him, you are having to move quickly as well. So I have to get you to roll perception
Okay.
because you're moving too fast. So you're
And at
passive.
about that time, she hears muffled yelling and a glass shatter.
Perception 17.
17. All right. So as you manage to stay out of notice, a couple of guards come by and you kind of like slip to avoid them. And as you look around, you can see person you're following is moving very quickly now, kind of pulling ahead a little bit. He cuts around another corner, and you notice as he's cutting around another figure coming towards the opposite direction, not moving as quickly, just kind of ambling around. You recognize the other person from the market, the one with the short hair that was swinging the sword. You see them coming as they slip on by. They don't seem to notice him. And you see as they walk forward, the guards do notice them, and they go and they're in front of him. Is like, hey, we established the curfew. We can't keep the trees, and please go inside. This is the third time we've told you. Go inside.
The curfew and the trees and the.
What do you do?
Wait, did they notice them, not me?
They
That's
notice the short-haired elf from the marketplace, but not you. And the cloaked guys
Okay.
disappeared again.
Okay, so I've been distracted. I lose the cook guy.
You had to stop so you wouldn't be seen by the guards.
Oh, okay, got it. I think I'll continue to stay in the shadows, but I'll watch my new friends, see where they go.
All right. So they, you can see that they're kind of like frustrated. They're like, I'm looking for my, and they turn around. And you can see them heading back where they came. It's pip, that beautiful language from before. They
Called scat.
They turn. Wait, the guards stand watch as they turn and leave them. They come on back, bypass you. Trudging, grumbling and growling, just like fucking leaving me alone. I'm in the middle of work. And it looks like they're heading back towards a building. But when they get to the corner and the guards turn, you see they kind of duck away and run. Not going inside.
Alright, so I will not go with them, but I follow them.
You following them? Alright.
Mhm.
Roll stealth again because it's a new branch. Actually, wait, not yet. You only went a short bit. I'm gonna let you have that one because I don't want to do the whole crazy roll.
Oh man, I got 20!
Then it doesn't matter.
That natural 20 and you do this to me? Yeah, I guess it doesn't matter, but... The first time I've rolled a natural 20 and it doesn't count for anything.
Melts into the shadow.
You're just in there like, So instead of following the cloaked one, you take off after the short-haired, the elf. It's easier to say. They are not nearly as difficult to follow. They're not moving as quickly. They're also not as stealthy as the other person. Like, the other person was slipping in and out of your view. Only reason you were able to keep them in sight is they didn't seem to realize you were there. This person, as you're following her down, she cuts through, like, quiet, through a couple of alleys before going right back out into the middle of the road again, and walking. She's heading back, you can't tell because you're not as used to telling it, but as you follow them for a little while, you notice that they are heading in a roundabout way towards the back towards the neighborhood that the mossy bench is in. And every now and then they kind of stop at like a common house or something like that, and they're kind of looking in, they're looking around, and they keep going, and they just kind of repeat this a couple of times as you follow.
I also look in through the windows as I pass by them, even though I don't know what they're looking for.
You see people gathered. So, like, when there's anybody in, there's people like gathered here and there. So most of the time it's empty because it's getting pretty late. So you can't tell what they're looking for.
You see a wild party in the mossy bench, though.
Are you continuing to follow them?
Yeah, I am.
Okay. They do cut back by the bench and kind of look in. But they look in, they kind of look around. And they keep going. By the time you come in, you're like, well, I've been here, so are you going to stop and see what they're looking at?
Yeah, no, that one I don't care about. I know what the inside looks like. And apparently I'm missing the whole thing with Rhiannon, so...
Yeah, as you walk by, you can, if you look in, you would see Rhiannon pinning a guy up against the bar.
Yeah, but I didn't. I'm kind of a unit, like not a good multitasker.
Actually, the amount of time that took... No, it's over by the time you get back. By the time you get back, it's over. Everyone's just back at the bar drinking. Sorry. I miscalculated that time. You missed everything.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Tintlet.
Poor Tintin.
I'll try and orchestrate another moment.
You can't orchestrate these moments. They happen.
This is true.
Mm-hmm.
That guy's probably gonna try and stick Rhiannon again, and I'm sure it'll happen again, though. It's fine.
Apparently, Rhiannon's crazy, so it's definitely gonna happen again.
I would just like to remind everyone that when this morning, and by this morning I mean like, 4 weeks ago? But this morning, when we were drinking, everyone was like, oh, you're so timid, how do you do your job? And I clearly said, when I'm fighting, I'm a different person.
Well, I didn't have any doubt. I know how that goes.
And a completely other person when you're drinking as well.
I have
see-
3 people.
There's 3 wolves inside of you. One's drunk, one's sober, and one's fighting.
Which one do you feed?
You already asked.
So you continue to follow them until once again you see a couple of guards come out. And they are again, they this time when they hide, they manage to, and the guards going by. However, they're hide. Get your head out of my bag of chips!
You see him in the reflection.
Did you see his whole head go in there? They're spicy chips. You don't want these chips.
Spicy chips for a spicy boy.
Yeah.
Spicy boy!
He's mad. You see his little tail flicking in the window.
How come you're allowed to be in the bag of spicy chips and not me?
Alright. They managed to avoid the guards this time, however, in the moment they... Don't you dare. Don't you do it. Come here. Come here. Sit. Nope, nope, nope.
Do it.
Do it. Do it. He's that boy. Oh. Oh.
Bobby.
Bobby. You see, oh. Sorry, I had a server notice pop up on Roll20. It startled me, but I don't need it at the moment, so it's fine.
Oh. Yep, I got it too.
So as you're following, you see the guards coming around, so you duck in to hide in the shadows. However, they notice the guards as well, and double back to hide, running full body into you. No.
Don't you mean they step into the puddle of shadows that Tintlet has become?
They step into the darkness and collide with something. She just is like, ah! And she covers her mouth and she covers your mouth and just kind of pushes you back.
I am okay with this.
So she just pushes you back and you're just like,
Like, okay, okay.
Stop. Don't open that like that. They're gonna pour out everywhere. He opened it. Standing.
Bubs.
Give me that D4. Me.
He wants to play with the sparkly rocks.
I'm gonna use the Pumpkin King. Okay. So you allow her to just pin you against the wall, like as the guards just walk by.
Okay, I'm gay. I mean, I'm down.
Stop! No! What is that? Stop playing with D4s. You're trying to sabotage me. Don't cheer him on. I heard that. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So it's like as they pass by the second, she's just like.
Yes.
I'm sorry about that.
It's fine. I'm out here too.
This close, Did you stop? She is with elves it is hard to tell, but you can tell. She's a little older than you. But not too old, she's still fairly young. Hair is short cropped and sticking up in all
150.
directions, kind of like fringed over on this side, and like slice shaved like badly on this side. Stop it! I'm trying to tell a story. Bright green eyes, she's not as dark as you, but she's a lot darker than most of the people you've seen in this area. So she's like attractive.
A sweet summer elf.
Yes. She also seems different than elves that you're used to. Her ears are a little shorter, and she seemed. There's less. There's more weight to her movements than what you're used to. She doesn't carry herself with as much dexterity.
She's
as
butch.
covered.
She's a brawler. I like it. And she's got heavy armor on too, right?
That too. She's got like
pregnant. She is
leather
very-
plate, big long gray cloak with like green slash down it. Yeah.
Like,
She's like, she's like, I'm just trying to find my partner's missing. I'm sorry.
Don't worry about it. I'm also looking for my group. They
got it disappeared. I don't know what happened.
Yeah, I don't
Mm-hmm. I have no idea. I'm totally not the one that left my group.
So we should band together so this doesn't happen again.
That sounds
I'm
fun.
just gonna go and join a different party. Sorry, guys. She's too hot. I'm just gonna go with her.
dangerous to go alone. Take me.
Take me. Ah.
You see her mouth quick up. She's like, that would be nice, but I don't think you want to travel with us.
Oh, not travel, just until we find our respective parties.
All right. Where'd you leave yours?
I'm sorry, could you repeat that?
Where'd you leave yours?
Oh, just in the courtyard. They were shuffling us all around, and I lost track of them.
That was a long time ago. How long have you been looking?
Oh, I don't even know. I stopped in some inn, had a drink. I thought I saw them in there. They weren't in there. Unfortunate.
Deception
Rhiannon
check.
Rhiannon's feeling an odd
I'm baby.
sense of betrayal, and she doesn't know what.
There's...
I got a 21 on deception.
Holy shit! The dice like
Jeez, someone's having some really good rolls tonight.
It's that newbie luck. I'm just remembering this one.
Yeah, I mean, my first or second roll was like a 7 or something like that, or a 9. No, we won't talk about that.
I'm just remembering this one TikTok I found where it's like BBEG attacks in their skin it was the cleric, but in this case for is like attacks things. He's like, whoa, I'm baby. He's like, what are you talking about? It's like, I'm baby. It's like, what the fuck does that mean? And he raises it again, and you see the fighter who's like, oh, hey! She's baby.
Yeah, that's what's happening right now. I'm blinking my eyes as sweetly as possible. Oh, my party's long gone. I'm so worried about them.
She's like, oh, all right. Go ahead. It's not that big of a place. I'm sure we can find. What inn did you already check? Do you know where they were staying? Wait, don't you?
Monty Bench have already been in there. They're definitely not in there.
Oh, she is not insightful. She's just fucking like a singer. It's like, all right.
I'm praying if we do end up back, they're gonna go to bed and that they're not in the little common room.
Well, I've been to a few places already. What who am I looking for? You're with those traveling those dancers, right? Are you looking for the girls? Maybe have you checked the tents? I thought they were bunking down there.
Yeah, but these are my special friends out of the travelers, and sometimes they like to go for a drink, and they're very chatty and very gossipy. So I was expecting rather to find them in an inn rather than the tent.
All right. Are they what do they look like? I've been by a few places. Maybe I've seen them.
They all look just like me, you know. We're dancers, very, very, lean and lithe and beautiful. Very beautiful.
They all look the same. The elves
the other out.
Oh, goodness.
You've probably seen them on stage with me, you know.
Oh yeah, I saw. Yes. The only place I've seen any of the dancers has been by the courtyard. You know, I'm sure we could get down there without these towny idiots spotting us.
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
Maybe if we're lucky, we'll find our partner as well. She just gives this like angry grin. You know, my customer service smile. It looks like that.
Yeah.
She just kind of turns to go. She's like waving. He's like, "Come on!" She starts going.
That smile that says I'm contractually obligated to not call.
Yes. So as you're ducking between buildings, she's gonna turn and kind of like stage whisper to you. Clearly not meant for stealth. But for the time being, for this block, you're lucky. She's like, so, like, how far away did you guys come from? I've never seen like the dances quite like that. Most of the other elves that I see who aren't in the city where I live, they're deep in the wood. They do not perform like they don't do that.
Oh,
Are you
we're
sure?
from the
'Cause
desert,
anything can
far to the
happen.
south.
I'm gonna need both of you to say what you said again, but not at the same time, please.
I'm sorry, I should stop calling.
You should. There's a general chat for that.
It's fun now.
It is. It's funny. What did you say, Rashna?
I said, oh, we're from the desert, far to the south. We're big into performing arts.
Oh yeah, my grandmother was from down there, I think.
Really? Do you know what clan she came from?
No.
Oh, that's unfortunate. It could be related. I'd like to know that in advance.
Oh. Did Lindsay go to bed?
I think so.
Yep.
Yep. Did you actually say the words? I'd like to know that in advance.
No, I'm thinking now. I'm like, oh, it could be. No, maybe that's
That
Maybe-
evil laugh, Liv.
This is kind of one of those times when you say I'm Indian, like, oh no, oh really? I'm 1/4 Cherokee. Without even getting it. No, the actual India.
Now he entertains himself.
Mm-hmm.
She just shakes her. He's like, no, we weren't close.
That's unfortunate. So I saw you in this town square fighting. That's pretty impressive. I've never seen a fight like that. Where'd you learn your craft?
Oh, I learned it here and there. You can kind of see she's like posturing a little bit as she talks.
She can posture all she wants.
I will draw.
Tintlet be thirsty.
I will draw her, I swear.
Thank
A guard
you.
walks by but decides he won't be a beaver dam for
If a guard proves this now, I'm gonna just like mage hand him into oblivion.
A mage hand can only lift 10 pounds, but you could backhand him.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
If
just
it-
get bitch slapped with a mage hand.
10-pound
Mage hand
backhand.
says that my hands can do magic, and I'm gonna.
I learned it I learned at the academy in the city I grew up in, but really the breadth of my skill comes from my time with the Brotherhood.
Ooh, interesting. What brotherhood of what? What kind of brotherhood?
Oh, the Brotherhood of it's the Brotherhood of Bellum. elite force soldiers. Where it's kind of like, you know how the knights just really don't do their job. They have this cozy chivalry, and they're instead of just fucking around doing like lordling things. Well, the knights that I work with, some of them are knights. I'm not, but in the Brotherhood, we have an actual code of honor that we keep to. We look for those who deserve to be locked up but are not, or otherwise thing. And she's incredibly, you can the more she talks trying to explain it, she's incredibly awkward.
I'm charmed by this. Interesting. So why are you in this part of the globe?
The globe? This is the country in which we...
if she's a flat earther.
No. No.
Cancel.
And done.
I'm literally just gonna turn around and walk away.
It's like this is Tintlet up to now. I was like, the gates of love and slam it shut. No, she's like, oh, I'm only from just the closest prime sea. This is not. Oh well, we're in town because we're in town after an outlaw, of course. This is what we do. We're after particularly... There's this... You're not from here, so I have to explain it. There's this organization called... what they call themselves, the Courts of the Dragon. They have like their king or whatever. It's a bunch of thieves and assassins that try and pretend they have some sort of organization. We are after... one of them we're trying to help take down their so-called king, because, again, it's our job. We've been working on this for years, but finally it looks like there might be a shot. We just have to go through him, through the family is how we tend to do it with their harder ones. It's rough, but, you know, sometimes you have to do what you have to do. We heard rumors that the Prince of Thieves was in the area. He was sighted, just as close as Rhaegar, that other river town down the way. So we're looking for him. But my partner keeps getting distracted.
Or your party just stopped too at the festival without your agreeing to it.
Party? No, it's not. We don't have a full party. It's just me and my partner. He keeps getting distracted. He ran off on some. He said he had an errand to look into. It's.
Tintlet got the same plot hook, twinsies.
Purely by chance, because following the gang got her back on the track.
Good for her.
She was going in an entirely different direction for a second. I was getting worried. I was like, no.
But hey, the more plot hooks, the better. We can choose from the things we know.
I'm seriously sitting around just like, no, but your baby.
A baby, as it turns out.
Yeah. Very clearly she is too. What are you doing?
What does your partner look like? Maybe I can help you find him.
Oh, he's I don't know if you would have seen. He's just like this really gaunt, pale-looking fellow, weird eyes. He mostly just wears a hood. He's wearing a cloak like this. You see, she holds out her cloak with the kind of like unfurling it a bit, and you see the gray and then the green pattern. You see, kind of forms this weird hieroglyph that kind of puts you in the mind of scales. Not scales like dragon, but scales as in scale, like a weight scale.
So this was the guy I was following before, is that right?
Possibly.
What?
I said possibly. Yes.
I saw a guy with a hood just right before I ran into you.
That motherfucker, where did he go?
He was headed off in the opposite direction.
Well, how far?
Weird. Oh, I don't know. I didn't know you were looking for him.
Oh no, not you. It's just him. We got work to do. I can't. He's the one that knows what the. Liv?
I'm here. Sorry, I'm gonna BRB real quick.
Okay.
Sorry.
Burp.
He's the one that knows what the fucker even looks like. I'm walking blind with the. I'll catch up with him in the morning. I'm tired. Do you have a place to stay?
Yeah, I guess I'll just return to the tent.
All right. Do you want me to walk you there?
Then I remember belatedly I should be returning to the inn, but it's too late now. She's walking me to the tent, and I'm letting her.
All right.
There's room in this sleeping bag for you.
All right. Well, as she's leading you around the corner, she kind of like throws her shoulder back a little bit and turns, but her cloak catches, like a piece on the door nearby, and kind of pulls it, and you hear like this loud clatter as a broom somebody left up kind of falls and smacks down on the cobblestone, and she stands there, so goes like, and looks around, and there's a guard down at the end whips around and sees you both. I'm sorry.
Her hand and then into the nearest building with her.
What did you do?
Grab her hand and we run to the nearest building. Is there any chance it's the mossy bench so we can bring it all together?
One moment, I must consult my dice.
Well, you were just right by it before.
Yeah, you were. And there's a limited amount of air places you could go around it because the canal is right there. So, Chai! I opened the dice and
I
he
just
appeared.
A babe.
It's like time to toy, babe.
Come here, come here. Come here, come here. Oh. Sit. Sit. Bless it.
Shit.
Bless it. One more time for good luck. Good boy.
Look through for me, Chai.
Alright, so. You know what? I'm gonna use my Pumpkin King. I like the Pumpkin King. He's small and orange. Yes.
But Chai didn't bless that one.
Bless. Oh, he extra bless.
Yeah.
Yee.
Or cursed, we'll see.
What'd you get? What'd you get? Come on. You can't roll it over if you don't like the answer, because you got 13 twice in a row. Okay.
Halloween die that only rolls 13.
As you are walking past the mossy bench, there's a limited area you can actually go around it because the canal is right there cutting across the back. So, in walking past it, you just made it to the next building before you were pushed into the alleyway. Since you were pretty much following her, she came back out and kind of started meandering back in the direction you had come from. So by the time the guard turns around and see you, hello! When you grab her hand and pull and run for it, the first thing in your reach is the door of the mossy bench. Where did it go? Pumpkin King! So,
Friend's still drinking at the counter.
are you guys still
The
drinking
bar.
at the counter?
Yeah.
Alright, so...
As soon as I see her running with the elf in her arms, so go work.
Oh, I wish. Just in my hand. Hand in hand.
So you come in and you see at the bar Nikolai, even though you don't know his name yet, Tyr and Rhiannon just like all kind of lean look towards the door like
I do this so they don't like try and approach me. I try and like stealthily signal to them that I've kind of got my own thing going on right now.
That's where she went.
You see the guy they were talking to before, whose name you also don't know is Nikolai. He looks between you and the elf was like, stop.
I try to wink and fail epically.
You wink like Marshall. You're like. Or is it a wink but like a dust in my eye?
Mm-hmm.
It was the first one, and then the second.
No, I don't need the conversion stats. We're not doing conditions right now. So, it occurs to you that you do not have a room. So what is your plan?
You're sleeping on a table tonight.
I turn to my new friend. I don't have a room, and I don't want to go back out. Is there any chance? I know it's forward. Is there any chance to have a room that I can stay at?
Her eyes go wide.
Gaspar.
She turns a little red. And she's gonna nod and be like, it's across to, yes.
If we shared a bed and we were both elf women, JK, unless.
Remember when I said you have to
Careless
tell me
whisper
what's in character and what's not in character?
That's not a character.
Okay.
I'm just like, I'm happy on the floor. I'm used to sleeping in those conditions.
Oh, no, you won't have to. We'll get works up. It's right, it's, back across town. Yes, it's right this way. She does not know what to do with herself, so you're...
Still kind of holding hands. We just didn't know.
As she's stammering, you hear Spitty pipe up from the bar. Nikolai raises his hand. He's like, there are a few extra, since the disaster, I'm sure if you go knock on a few doors, whichever one doesn't answer, if you get there first.
What a bro.
I kind of start leading her upstairs a little bit.
She's just going with you. she's like, you can see she's like deer in the headlights. I'm just going with this.
I'm so sorry. I don't think we exchanged names. I'm Tintlet.
Don't even know her name, and you're going upstairs with her.
As you get to the top of the staircase, you can hear laughter from down on the tavern floor because he did hear you. But she seems more like she's more engrossed in the fact she doesn't know what to do with the elf in front of her versus the person downstairs, who by the way, other than the red eyes, did appear to be human otherwise. She was like, Tintlet, that's nice. Afu.
Trey, could you spell that for me?
Does A F U? It's short for Afalia, but I hate that. It's literally just AFU. It's Afu.
Okay. Okay. That is so cute.
It's like, granted, with her
People
current
call me
state.
Tin short.
Really?
She's not any shorter than Tintlet. I'm just now realizing.
No, it's
approximately
it's
one
fun.
letter.
It's like
short.
it's like bells, you know, little tin. She's like, and she looks deeply embarrassed for a second.
I smile very brightly at her.
She's nonverbal.
What?
She is now nonverbal.
I start knocking on the doors.
All right.
We're trying to find the empty room.
You hear some, a couple of angry shouts. Before you reach the end of the hallway, though, so luckily before you wake up your other teammates, you find a door that seems silent on the other side, and you open up, and there's the mouse.
And there's a dead man. Plot twist. No.
Oh,
Is it the corner room with problems?
Sorry, I was okay. You find, hold on. Which one do you get? Oh. This is gonna be funny.
Oh god.
you taking my room?
One with the double bed.
Yes!
I rolled for that.
Nice.
Blessed dice came through for me. Thank you, Chai.
Bless the king. Hail the Pumpkin King. Alright, so, shall we fade to black for Tintlet and company?
Alright.
Yeah, it's a good night.
I have to wake up early for work tomorrow, so you think now's a good time to kind of...
Yeah, I would say so. I think now's a pretty good time to call it. You guys made a new friend downstairs. Tintin got some company. Ramona just got back. Hi!
Little Bard is being a bard.
Yeah, Bard is being a bard. Your first one. We're
Bard
almost
is
done.
barding. Nice.
And baby
The
Bard
bard.
is so glowed up.
By the way, in my notes next to Aqua, I wrote new GF smiley face.
I just wrote down Tintin plus Afu. Alright. So the night draws to starts getting pretty late. Tintin has now retreated upstairs. The rest of you downstairs drinking. The tavern is more like generally just emptied out by now. Where was I? Oh no, it's gone! My magical powers!
Tavern's emptied out.
Tavern's emptied out. Nikolai is still, he laughs a little bit, finishes his drink, puts it down, he's like, Ran, you call me. Right above you, just like, seriously, just shout my name, enter the hall, I'll hear you. If you want to go on that job. And then goes
Alright.
upstairs. And then everyone went to bed, so you can reset all your health points and spell slots for the beginning of the next session. We pretty much just real-timed the entire night, didn't we?
Seemed like it.
That's a good session. It got very
What's a
gay.
good session?
Rashna's like, yeah, it was.
Not what I was expecting, but I'm very happy.
I got hella gay out of nowhere. Alright.
You were describing her hairstyle, and I was like, that's girlfriend material right there.
Here, let me show you,
I saw. I'm not gonna lie. I saw this coming last session.
this
Describe the
is...
short-haired elf.
This is her little bitty chibi right there.
Right where?
It should be on Roll20. I just put it on the map next to where...
Okay.
Aww.
Oh, that's so cute.
Alright.
She has cool armor.
Hmm.
Yeah. I am zooming in closer.
So I
for the
think
camera.
everyone already knows the, everyone who's playing already knows the available plot hooks that we could have run into, right? Because I just feel like I need to say, Man, that princess is gonna fucking die.
Erect scrub lord.
We didn't run into anything about a princess.
I just want to say,
Are you sure?
right up top, I'm not wholly convinced Nikolai is not the prince.
I'd probably have, since I probably invited my room into Tiernan's room, I probably did mention this before going to bed. Yeah, I like that Nikolai guy, but I think he's, I think the guy on the flyer is his boss.
That could complicate things.
We can talk to him about it later.
Sounds fine by me.
All right.
Oh well.
Now we're sitting there making plans. Yeah, making plans. Yeah, well, Tintin's in there being a bard. And that will call it. I am going to pop the camera over to a different view for an end cap on the video portion of this. After I fix the viewer. Look at that. Let me remove that. Aha. Make this bigger. Make it bigger. Bigger. Interesting.
I don't know why, but at some point during your description of the Knight's Order, the Men in Tight song stuck in my head.
They're manly men.
In tight tights.
Tights.
They roam around looking for fights.
Yeah, tight tights.
All right. Yeah, I just wanted to do a quick end cap real quick. It's got the four of us. Well, the three of us and Phoebes' icon. Maybe one day I'll do actual character art to go over our names so that we could just, like, if anyone's having an off day, you can just put up your character photo.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't feel like washing my hair. DM logo. I started the new Kickstarter today. Rashna, Olivia knows.
Yeah. Yeah.
Saints Quarter merch. Put links everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna put a link at the corner of this video. I'm gonna put it over Phoebe's card since there's nobody there.
I feel censored.
Jake.
Aw.